Franco and Leah Cray loved their only son, Richard. They finally got to welcome him into their life after years of waiting, and they didn't stop at all to raise him to be a real gentleman. Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. Richie, as his mother nicknamed him, was tall, gorgeous, and had a head full of shiny black hair. He was the picture of sophistication. He had a remarkable presence in any social situation because of his excellent manners and skill in speaking. Richard was well liked by his teachers and peers for his whole high school career. This pattern persisted throughout his time in college, when he won praise from everyone. Richard was praised for more reasons than only his remarkable looks and intelligence, though. His sincere compassion and understanding made him stand out. He was never one to show off his advantages and always radiated kindness and humility. Richard was a delight to be around, and his parents were incredibly proud of the extraordinary man he had grown into. Though they were proud of his achievements, they were worried about his future. Franco and Leah longed for grandchildren and looked forward to the day when Richard would marry and have a family of his own. Leah in particular looked forward to the pitter-patter of small feet and called them tiny soldiers. She waited impatiently for them to arrive. Leah once went to her husband and told him how frustrated she was with his unwillingness to push for their son to have grandkids. "Franco, I don't understand you. Does it not disturb you that you might not live to see his children?" she said. "Please, hurry up. Like you, of course, I want the best for him. Give him some time, though." "It's not as easy to find love as it once was," thought Franco. Leah shot back, "People get married every day, Franco, every day," with a growl. "But getting married and starting a family are two different things, and our son hasn't even taken the first step," she said. Franco tried to talk Leah down from her expectations, but she was unmoved. She couldn't help but worry that she wouldn't have grandkids before she died, every time she got to chat with Richie. The 36-year-old would frequently respond, "But Mom, I'm trying to find the right woman," after similar conversations. These days, it's difficult to tell who actually loves you. Richard made valid points. His affluence made it difficult to locate a sincere partner who placed a higher emphasis on mutual respect, dedication, and compassion than monetary fortune. He was looking for a lady who would marry him for the right reasons, not just because of his money, and who would want to have a fulfilling and prosperous marriage. The man wanted a partnership based on equal gain, not reliance. Even while he knew exactly what kind of person he wanted to be with, he was also open to changing and become better for her. But he yearned for his Cinderella, someone who would totally capture his heart. Richard didn't even know when it would happen, but meeting Marlene came sooner than he had anticipated. He was captivated to the beautiful, intelligent woman who had the body of a model because he thought she was the ideal fit. Richie made an effort to win Marlene over, but she was hard to win over. After a few months of dates and romantic gestures, the endearing bachelor managed to win her over, and she subsequently spoke of falling in love with him. Richard plucked up the nerve to ask her yes. He arranged a complex offer and got the response he was hoping for. Enormous ring on her finger, Marlene accepted his proposal of marriage with great enthusiasm. Richard wholeheartedly supported his fiancée when they moved in together, marking the next stage in their relationship. Richard was moved to learn of Marlene's charitable work supporting orphanages. She seemed to fulfill every need for a perfect mate, and he couldn't fathom being with anyone else. He helped Marlene with her fundraising efforts by using his contacts to spread the word about them to his wealthy acquaintances. Her achievement was their shared objective, and Richard shared her commitment to it. However, when Richard made the decision to put his ideal Cinderella to the test, their lovely relationship took a bad turn. While cleaning the garage on a bright morning, Richard saw something unsettling. An old man who had come to their door asking for help was rudely dismissed by Marlene, who gave him a shove and some harsh remarks. Deeply troubled by her actions, Richard intervened. When he got to his workplace, Marlene said she was involved in financial help, so he called an orphanage. He was shocked to learn that neither she nor her alleged initiatives were known to them. Richard hired Sarah, a private investigator, to assist him find clarity. In light of their upcoming marriage, he was resolved to learn the truth about his spouse. The results were depressing. Marlene was a dishonest fundraiser who tricked people for her own advantage and never gave money to any charity. Richard felt hesitant to end the relationship even after learning this. He came up with a scheme to try and figure out what Marlene's actual nature was. He approached her wearing ragged clothes and a lot of cosmetics to hide his identity as a beggar. When Marlene noticed the man in disguise on her doorway, she threw him off aggressively and quickly, not even considering his situation. "You stupid person, get off my land," she spat, ignoring his cries for help. "You sicken me." The stranger showed up at her home 2 days later, but this time he wasn't wearing his disguise. He took off his disguise to expose who he really was, just as Marlene was about to carry out her cold-blooded deeds once more. He turned to Marlene and confronted her, letting her know how angry he was. "Marlene, hold it right there. I am fully aware of you. That's not even important that your name isn't real," he said. Perplexed and agitated, Marlene tried to clarify her situation to Richard. "I apologize to Richard. I'll explain. You shouldn't think that way," she stumbled. Richard grabbed her arms furiously and immediately ordered that she leave his house and his life, hardly saying, "I don't know what to believe anymore except that you need to leave," he said. After the event, Richard started dating Sarah, the private investigator, a few months after Marlene was arrested. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.